me put the YouTube, and today being Sunday, we have the extra time. Oh, Avni has taken over, so that's fine. So we will begin in another minute. Okay. So if there are no other questions,
Dr. Rajan, is there
Yeah.
any way in the morning you had a talk to hear that? In the morning,
That's right.
is it possible to hear it some in YouTube or something? That in the
Yes,
morning did.
actually, Avni has sent the link to me.
Mhm.
And what we can do is, Avni, we will put that link into the list that goes out to everyone, to the people who are CYI members, right?
Yes, we only send it to the members.
I don't know how to be CYM.
No, no, you are already in there.
Okay. So
You got a message about joining this morning, but you couldn't make it, right?
No, I forgot. Actually, I tried to do in my mind, but that time
You
sometimes.
forgot. I understand. But you will get the mail. And what it is I will look for your mail. I have this thing. If I remember, when I go back, I will do that for you. No problem at all.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I like to listen very much. Okay. Thank
Okay, today we have the extra half hour.
Okay.
And I can show you the slides we presented. Obviously, a 2 hour what we did, I cannot do it in 15
Yeah,
20 minutes,
understand.
right? But I will show you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. So our usual disclaimer, when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and I don't take any responsibility towards it. And accordingly, you should do only within your capacity. And the best way to do that is to follow the guidance of yoga. Whatever you do should be done with such light effort, whereby you can have meditative focus or meditative awareness in whatever you're doing. So, and a good way to do that is keep your awareness within and watch your breath. Make sure it is always slow and smooth. So with that as the guidance, let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. And as you squeeze the perineum, we do Lam, pressing on the little finger with the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area, and as you focus there and squeeze from front to back, you do a VAM, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Bring your awareness behind your navel, and as we draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger of the thumb. Release the fingers, continue. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Bring your awareness to the top of the middle of the head, and there we do Om. Thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing, and those of you who know it, please begin. Palms open, thumbs up. And those of you who would like to, who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth, focusing there, make a big smile. As the cheeks come out, you'll find a slight stretch in the lowermost part of the mouth. Keep your focus on the stretch and inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, find a slight sucking sensation, and when you exhale, feel like it's a reverse sensation. So please continue. Now, as we continue, we can do the shoulder rotations along with the Ujjayi. Inhale, lift up the shoulders, and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, bring the hands together, and as you inhale, we stretch sidewards and you look up, and as you exhale, you bring the hand in. But then you can add one more thing. As you inhale, as you open the hand, make it perpendicular to the forearm and stretch as much as you can. And when you exhale, make it into a fist, a downward facing fist, and bring it in. So inhale, exhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation in Ujjayi, and the next we continue with Ujjayi. Inhale, lift up the hands together and look up. And exhale, bring the hands down by the side and come down. Last exhalation. Now we can go on to the neck exercises, the beginning of the spinal alignment. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tilt towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Now we do the four sides. Right, left, and back, we do the sound ah. Chin down, we do the sound ma, like humming. So in the first round, we do 3 breaths on each side. And with 3 breaths, we do the 3 times ah. So let's turn to the right first. To the left. Now we do the back. Take a deep breath in. Chin to the chest. Now we go on to the second round. We do twice in each side. To the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Third round, we do once in each direction. To the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Straighten the head, and focusing on the head, we do the sound ah or om, whichever makes you feel better. Some of you may try it, beginning with ah and ending with om. Whatever is best for you, do it 3 times with 3 breaths. Om. bring your chin down to the chest and we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go in the reverse direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we stretch out the hands in front of you. Inhale, lift up the palms perpendicular to the forearms and stretch out the fingers as wide as possible. Exhale, thumb into the palm and a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale, fist and down. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go around the wrist. Half a circle inhale, the other half exhale, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go reverse. Last exhalation. And then bring the elbows in line with the shoulders, fist below the chin. As you inhale, go around the wrist and open out the palms perpendicular to the forearm like a flower opening, and then close the fist as you exhale and come in. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Here we are not only moving the wrist and palms, but the elbows and shoulders as well. Be aware of the sensations within. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go reverse. Inhale and exhale. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head. Instead of placing the palm behind the head, turn it around and place the knuckles behind the head. Stretch out the elbows, pull back the shoulders as you inhale, and as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your elbows behind the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow, feel the shoulder blades stretch and perhaps even little stretch in the hips. Inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Bring your hands behind your back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders, expand the chest, and as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your hips behind the back. As you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other and get hold of the knee on the top. And as you exhale, pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we cross the other leg over. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. And now let's stand up. As we inhale, we will bend at the knees. Exhale, we come up. Inhale and exhale. Observe the stretch in the ankles. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, separate out the feet comfortably apart and we will go around the waist. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. Observe the shifting weight from one leg to the other. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can do the pelvic bend. So those of you who don't have good balance, if you want to sit down, that's fine. And those of you who are standing, keep the feet comfortably apart, minimally shoulder width apart or a little bit more. Bring the hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders and lift up the chin. Observe the stretch in the lower back. Inhale and exhale into the stretch and stay there. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come up. And continue to lean forward with the chin up as you exhale. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel from the hips all the way down to the feet. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the hands. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left. You can hold the left leg if you like, or you can stretch beyond, but keep the chin up. Don't let the chin come down. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Feel the weight on the left leg. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn to the right. Feel the weight on the right leg. Take another deep breath in, come back to the middle. Inhale and come up and take your seat. Now we do the alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhaling from the left nostril, exhale from the right. Inhale from the right and exhale from the left. We will do 3 cycles of it, that is 6 breaths. Once you complete the last cycle, bring your awareness to the chest area and mentally vibrate Haim, 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 Haim. And after a minute or so, you can make it Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. I'm Shim 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jaim Haim I'm 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 Om. Now we can go on to our Bhastrika Pranayam. Let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 18, exhale. 19, exhale. 20, exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now let's go on to the next round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Let's get ready for the last round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now we can get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything, I let go of everything, I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel the shoulders become lighter. And if you have a personal method of meditation, you can adopt that. If not, visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum going upward and through the body and out of the top of the head. And that vibration feels like 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. And as you feel the Haim Em Om going through, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, become aware of your senses from the top of the head all the way to the bottom of the feet. Whenever you're ready to open the eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the practice session, and today being Sunday, we have half hour time for any discussion that you would like. So one question that was raised was about what we presented today this morning, and the discussion this morning was spirituality and healing aspects of yoga. So this was the discussion. So we can have a short discussion of that if you like. Any other questions or anything people would like to ask? Go ahead, ask a question. You can unmute and ask.
Rajan?
Yeah.
See, I do meditation in the morning and the evening. And then also what happened that I don't feel peace. So is there any solution to that?
Sorry, I didn't hear some of your words. You don't feel what?
Meditation in the morning, and I can't.
Your voice goes away. I don't hear you. No, I don't hear you. Do others hear?
No.
No, we don't hear you. Why don't you write your question in the chat box? Okay. So anybody else? Manjula Kumar, go ahead.
Ji, Dr. Narayanan, first I want to thank you so much for everything that you do for us. I don't like to miss a session, so really it's very helpful. But my question is, out of our practice, what is the most helpful to control blood pressure? And is there any foods that help also? So my question, no.
I will answer the question about blood pressure. You see, what happens is the real cause of the blood pressure for people as they age are really the arteries getting, the blood vessels, the arteries getting stiff and losing resilience. And also what ends up happening is for people who develop clogging of the arteries, what they called, where particularly the coronary arteries, if you have any problem, then in which case they have to put a stent and things like that. So these are the things that cause that over a period of time. Essentially, the blood vessels are not resilient enough. They may become narrower. There may be blockages, all of these things. Now, the part of the aging process for almost everybody, as they reach a certain age, that blood pressure goes up a little bit. Okay, there is not much that can be done. However, for some of us, it never goes up. For me, it always stays on the low side rather than,
I have low, and now it's sort of going up.
Yeah. So what happens is the key problem. Why is it we lose resilience of our arteries and why cloggings occur? Okay, we lose resilience largely because of mental stress in the system. You develop stresses in the system. It's both mental and physical. In the sense, what happens is the mind is unable to let go, right?
Mm.
So if you need to go from one to the other, all the to-dos you have in life, then in which case that will happen. And if you're in a zone where you say, I'm just going to sit still, and then intuitively you sense I have to do something, you go and do it so peacefully, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything, then in which case the blood pressure won't go up. And so the best exercise to give that relaxation, and by the way, also you need enough amount of physical cardiovascular exercising to keep the blood pressure normal. So the recommendation for everyone is you should do at least 30 minutes of walking every day. And it is continuous walking, not like, you took so many steps over so many this thing, those don't count. In a single sitting, you have to do 30 minutes of walking every day. And that walking need not be fast walking or vigorous walking. It can be comfortable walking, okay? In fact, 2 breaths, take 2 strides with inhalation and 4 strides with exhalation. Comfortable, slow walking. That breath observation process and that slower exhalation than inhalation will take care of it. Now, of course, within our yoga practice, there are a number of elements here that are helpful. That is, one is for all of them, anything that relaxes you will help, number one. Now, aside from that, the alternate nostril breathing and our Bhastrika Pranayama are designed to be also helpful. Now, as people age, the carotid arteries can develop stiffness, and the baroreceptors over there, the brain not getting enough blood, that can increase the blood pressure. And so you see, we do a lot of neck exercises for that purpose, right? So in this session, we try to integrate a lot of these things that are helpful. But finally, what happens is when people reach an age, like in their 70s and 80s, most people are unable to avoid the blood pressure going up. Then in which case, a small dosage of medication is desired. So you should not expose yourself to unwarranted risk, right? So recently we had one of our daily attendees, and this person is a very strong adherent in yoga and a very religious person. And this person did not want to have any medication. And the person's son is also a physician, okay? So this person was going to India, and so the day before going to India, he wanted to come and ask me, how is my blood pressure? Am I okay? So I took some readings, and then I told him I want to look at it deeply, so he left. But then after I looked at all this thing, I felt that he should really have, so I called him and asked him, are you on any medications? So he said, no, I'm not on any medication. So how has your blood pressure been? So it has been on the high side, systolic reading like 160, 170, and it has been like that for the past 2 months. And his son has been telling him, you need to be on medication, but he won't listen. So then I told him, listen, this is an unwarranted risk. And the system was showing with our reading that he has atherosclerosis and this thing, osteoporosis, okay? So I told him, in his mid-80s, you have to protect yourself and take medication. So he ended up postponing his trip to India, and he went and got all the tests done. And of course, the sister, he has been detected with mild atherosclerosis, and hopefully he will be getting on medication. See, what happens is we have to understand that we cannot be rigid about not having medications. Okay? So the thing is basically when there is you try your best where you can work without medication, but if the body's indicators are not showing that it can be normal with your lifestyle, then it is not wise not to be on medication. You should use medication appropriately, right? So, so the thing is, as long as you are on a mild medication, typically what happens is for blood pressure, either for the resilience of the blood vessels, a calcium channel blocker may be given, or the thing that works through the kidney side, that is the renal nerves and renal arteries, the ARB and the ACE inhibitors. These are the ones which are more popularly used. And then, of course, if people have had heart-related weakness, they may give a beta blocker. And the last resort, if the blood pressure doesn't come down, is usually a diuretic. So these are the categories of medications available. And your doctor, who knows you better, will be the person who will recognize what is the right medication. So if the blood pressure is increasing and none of these are helping, you should consider medication.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome. Okay, so now let's see what Mr. Kemsara has put in here. Okay, so I cannot concentrate and do not feel peaceful. How can I solve the problem? I think what you should do is, instead of, focusing too much on meditation, focus on sleeping longer. And if you sleep longer, and maybe if you don't feel like lying down and sleeping and the body is becoming stiff, simply sit on your chair and mentally try to sleep. And that will be a little helpful in terms of relaxing. And deep sleep has a meditative quality to it. It is very helpful. So that's all I can suggest if you're unable to. Actually, the key to meditation is to let go. So yes, Hiraji, go ahead. I don't hear you. So the key to effective meditation is being able to let go. If you're unable to mentally let go, it'll be difficult to do meditation. The focus of meditation should not be concentration. It should be basically a gentle focus on a mantra or anything, or listening to a music or something. So if you try to concentrate too much, it will only give you a headache. It won't allow you to go into meditation. So Hiraji, try again.
Hear me now?
Yes, here we hear you.
Up on the BP. I heard you what you said. So now, if you want to track what your BP is,
your voice keeps drifting. Stay close, then you'll be heard. Yes.
how often in the time and what is your BP to?
No.
Voice is again drifting, but let me see. It may be because we have too many people who are. Try again.
The question was BP, how often in the daytime, to check your BP to see, where you are, how to track it.
See, BP should always be taken called resting BP, okay? So if you take it at a time when you're relaxed, that is the right time. If on the other hand, so typically, I guess we have doctors over here who may be able to give better guidance, but I will suggest that you take it at a time like in the morning time when you're relaxed and wake up and the mind is not busy. That may give you a good idea of what your resting blood pressure is. Anytime you start walking, thinking, blood pressure will go up.
Thanks.
Any of the doctors have a better suggestion? Okay, and so now
my experience on, can I share my experience on blood pressure?
Mm-hmm.
So I had high blood pressure and I also have heart issues. And then even after taking medications, my blood pressure doesn't go down. I'm after doing yoga also. And I do walking every thrice a week. That's all. I play a lot of golf actually. So I thought those things will take care of my blood pressure, but it doesn't take care. And for the past 4 months, I really got fed up. And what I did is every day, 40 minutes walking, every day, no matter what, whether it is cold or hot, no matter what, 40 minutes walking, that has brought my blood pressure down to 120.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my experience. Like what Sar said, walking every day for 30 to 40 minutes, one stretch, once, not intermittent, one go. That will help, and that is what my lesson is. Now every day, 7 days, I go for walking, and that is helping my pressure down.
Yes, so that's one
Thank
thing.
you.
By
Thank you
the
very
way,
much. Yes.
there is a special case where the blood pressure will not go down no matter what you do, other than the aging. You know, Karthik is a young man relative to many of the other people over here. So for young people, when they get high blood pressure and it doesn't go down, this is something we have noticed, whereas on the other hand, we don't find any studies on it. Okay? And that what we have noticed is that, actually, I won't go there because this is for physicians. Anybody who has a PFO condition, right? Patent foramen ovale. So if it's called a hole in the heart in between the left and right atrium, if that is there, we think it tends to increase the blood pressure so that the left atrium will always have higher blood pressure than the right atrium. And it ends up giving, and particularly I think it even runs in families, and people start developing high blood pressure in their late 20s or in their early 30s. That requires a different kind of a way of dealing. There is a yogic way of dealing with it, but that's not relevant for this group here. Okay.
Dr. Raj, can I say something? Can I say something about blood pressure?
Go ahead.
Because I am discussing with my brother. My brother is doctor, and I have high blood pressure too. You said perfectly fine in the morning. We have to take blood pressure, but do not take blood pressure when you are sleeping. We have to sit in the chair and take blood pressure.
That is right.
First of all. Second thing, walking is the bestest exercise, walking. So this is why, and like I was telling, my blood pressure was down because I was learning deep breathing. So from you, I learned deep breathing and neck exercise. This is both exercise is best for blood pressure.
Mm.
And I was discussing same thing with my brother. He said perfectly fine. Yes.
Okay.
Namaste, Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
Youngsters having low BP. My son is having low BP. How any yoga practice can make it better?
I don't know, but definitely adding a little salt, more salt in the diet can increase the blood pressure, right?
The doctor said to drink plenty of water. Will that help?
Actually, water is helpful, but for water to be retained in the body, a little bit of extra salt will also be helpful.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor. I have been doing your yoga for the past 2 years, and lot of benefits I have reaped from your yoga. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, thank you. Actually, we are a research organization as well as a public service organization. So continuously we are looking at new ways and new things. And we will have rather remarkable abilities to deal with things as we go along through this year. We have embarked on a particular project, and I see over here Neeta Shah has asked about the new thing that we have, and I'm going to refer you to your niece. We acquired new equipment and she has a new one now herself, so you can work with her. Okay, so that's okay. So now let me go through quickly about what we discussed today earlier in the day, and I'll share the screen over here so that you can see the presentation we did today. Okay, so this was the topic of discussion: spirituality and the healing aspects of yoga. Okay, so here we go. So we spoke about the monthly seminars which have been going from July, and you see what is coming up next month. And the outline was spirituality and the healing aspects of yoga. We looked at the physiological model, which, if you talk to the people who have done physiological research on yoga, they will say it is the deep relaxation within that helps with everything. So the physiological model, what deep relaxation does, all of that is laid out. The traditional medicine model is again coming out of the yogic understanding, but there is a higher yoga model that encompasses everything, including the physiological, the traditional medicine, and something even higher into the zone of Tantra. So how do we understand it? You can understand that the physiological model is essentially based on looking at the body, the external symptoms, anatomical scannings, the biochemical status, and all of it is the yogic approach is relaxation and targeted physical and mental stimulation with yoga. And the alternative, of course, if that doesn't work, is medications and surgery. That's what the modern medicine knows. The traditional medicine approach is to work to understand vibration, the subtle communication that underlies the biochemical in the body, the biochemical impact in the body. And the approach is really lifestyle integration of yoga. And of course, these days, very often the additional elements that come in to give relief are herbal medications, and even in traditional system there is a concept of surgery, but which is very, very rare. And then of course in the yogic approach, a yogi will work with intuition, and there is the concept of Reiki healing, the power of blessings, power of prayer, and all of this. They can all work remotely. So how does this work? This and all three of these levels are covered in the yogic healing, whereas the earlier levels are a subset of the total yogic element. So the way to understand it is in the interplay in the of the cosmic system, out of God or Ishvara, coming from the topmost level, out of that comes Prakriti in the second level. And Prakriti first creates the cosmic processor called the Chitta, and it feeds through the Chitta its intent of creation and how the cosmic flow should go. And in order to enable that, it creates many, many small processors, individual Chitta, and feeds those programs so that many processors together feed into the cosmic processor. So this is what you would call as a distributed computing system in the computer science language. And this all is in a subtle zone. That is what I call zone B. Zone A is God, zone B is the subtle zone. And this is not in the 3 dimensions. This is in a 4th dimension. The area from where you came before you were born and where one goes after one leaves the body. Then from out of that is a projection of subtle vibrations that come into the 3-dimensional world. And that subtle vibration in the traditional medicine system is felt with 3-finger pulsation. And we also do with the BioWell electrophotonic imaging. We can read all of these. And out of that projects the gross body. The gross body is the place where modern medicine works. The subtle body vibration C1 is where the traditional medicine systems work. But all of these are within the zone C of the physical world. The C1 is measured through electromagnetic vibrations or pulses, essentially vibrations, whereas C2 goes into biochemicals and physical examinations and all of that, what modern medicine does. Within yoga, we can not only work in zone C, which is where a lot of research can be, but when you have the power of blessings, healing, remote healing, all of that works at the B2 level, where you directly access this in order to help with this. The person is not even there locally. And this is the way in which we use and of course, each sentient being like us has a dual connection. On one hand, we are connected to the Prakriti, and the Chitta this way, and our personal Chitta is also connected directly to Purusha. And this aspect is called Chetana. So every live being has Chetana in addition to the Chitta which is connected into Prakriti. And that Chitta is also connected into into Purusha, and that is the Chetana aspect, dual connection for sentient beings. So the physiological model, you understand the general healing principle and directed healing, like we use Ujjayi for sleep apnea and things like that. But there is no sense of the meaning of life from a modern medicine physiological model perspective. However, when you go into the traditional medicine model, there is a concept of meaning of life. There's a spiritual view of life. You need to be in sync with your Swadharma, the purpose for which you're born, and all of that manifests in the form of vibration. When you're in sync with your Swadharma, you're in your natural state. When you're away from it, you deviate from that state, and that becomes the cause of the ill health in you. And there is the concept of how different communications work to work with your health, to maintain your health. And it is the lifestyle approach that is promoted by the traditional medicine approach, along with any supplements as needed. The yoga model goes beyond. The yoga model, connecting into Ayurveda, works with the 5 types of pranas that run along the 5 types of nadis. And the higher model of yoga is Tantra, that goes directly to the B2 level, right? And in that B2 level, where we are able to impact with remote healing and things like that. This is the machine that we have, whereby we can do remote healing. All that happens is, in this black box over here, we open it and we put a little bit of your DNA, your hair, nail clippings, a drop of blood or whatever, and that goes in there. And through that, we are able to connect into you. And through the level B over here that we said, like the level B2, we are able to access your Chitta and access you as well as do healing. So this was a case that we presented of a person who was 76 years old. I'm going to skip that, but through this when we do assessment, we can also get numbers on what kind of issues the person may be having. We can do that, and we are also able to see how, after 1 month of healing, daily healing, how this person was able to recover. Actually, these black dots, black squares indicate there is not much communication happening in the brain from the B1, from the B level down to the C level. And so once it becomes this kind of color, there is more communication happening. On the right top side, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there, where 6 means very high level of entropy, low effective communication. So that is what is the black square. The brown diamond is number 5. That is very, very low coherence. And then once it comes to 1, 2, 3, and 4, we consider it as much better. Similarly, we can see how the changes happen in the capillaries. We could see how the trachea improved after 1 month, as you can see the dates over there. Here you can see how the trachea and the bronchial network changed. And so the conclusive view of the yogic healing domain is we can work through the yogic healing in both the gross, subtle, as well as in the plane that goes outside. And this area, if we can go outside, it has much greater impact in healing than other areas. Okay, so this is the nutshell of the presentation which we had today. So you asked for it, so you got that, and I can close this out over here. We have 2 more minutes, and I know Avni has spoken to you about the upcoming retreat. So just a quick reminder for you of the retreat. But in the meantime, if anybody has any questions, feel free to speak up.
May I say something? Just to let everyone know, I've put in the link to register for the Siva AI if you are interested in joining our monthly seminars. So you can copy that link over there.
So what Avni was saying is, if you want to join the Siva AI seminar, you can do so. And she has apparently put the link over there in the chat box, so you know where to go and join the CYM seminar for next month and after. So the retreat, as you can see, is in Florida from March 18 to March 26th. And the different aspects of it are all over here, and it's also on the website. So feel free to look it up. And if you're interested, obviously, you can enroll and join us. So with that, I guess we are closed. Any quick questions? One last question, and then we have to close out.
Dr. Rajan,
Yeah.
why do we, before meditation, say, I care about nothing? I give up all ideas and concepts. Whereas we do care about good things and good things in life.
Well, as long as you care about good things in life, you still carry your desires. So you can never go into meditation. Unless you're willing to give up all desires, you cannot go into the higher meditation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So with that, we will end today. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste.